Welcome back, everyone. Today's explainer is dedicated to a very specific group of people. This is for anyone who has ever felt like their innate goodness has been completely taken advantage of. It's for anyone who has ever looked in the mirror and realized, they've actually lost themselves while trying to keep everyone else around them happy. Today, we're unpacking some truly powerful truths centered on one absolutely vital concept, and that is self-respect. It's that core piece of us that, once it's broken, leaves us smiling on the outside, but completely devastated on the inside.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to be incredibly honest with yourself right now. Have you ever been ignored by the very people you bent over backwards for? Have you ever found yourself just smiling, pretending everything is perfectly fine while feeling completely broken and exhausted inside? It happens when that foundation of self-respect starts to crack. We pour our energy into others, hoping they'll reflect our value back to us, but instead, we end up feeling invisible. If that resonates with you, you are in exactly the right place today.
Section 1. Facing the truth. The reality of your value.
So we often grow up believing that if we are just endlessly kind, endlessly accommodating, and endlessly self-sacrificing, the world will automatically reward us with love and respect. But here is a harsh, necessary reality. The world only values those who value themselves. When you constantly say yes to things you actually despise, when you routinely suppress your own feelings, your own needs, and your boundaries just to keep others comfortable, you think you're projecting goodness. But sadly, people begin to see that constant accommodation as weakness. They stop seeing your kindness as a gift, and they start seeing it as an expectation.
Let this sink in for a second. The day you make yourself cheap, the world will start using you. This brutally honest truth is the foundation of our entire explainer today. Now, making yourself cheap doesn't mean anything financial, obviously. It means lowering your personal standards. It means sticking around in environments where you are treated poorly. The moment you signal to the world that you're willing to accept the bare minimum, well, the world will gladly give you the bare minimum. You inadvertently hand over the permission slip for others to use your energy without ever giving anything back.
Moving to Section 2. Ego versus self-respect, understanding the crucial difference.
Have you ever noticed that the person who's always available for everyone is often the least valued? And when chronic people pleasers finally start setting boundaries, they're almost immediately labeled as arrogant or difficult by the people around them. And this brilliantly illustrates the critical difference. Ego, or true arrogance, is outward-facing. It requires putting others down to make yourself feel tall. It thrives on superiority. Self-respect, however, has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. It simply means you never let yourself fall. It's your internal safety net. It's simple self-preservation. You aren't lowering anyone else's value, you are just fiercely protecting your own.
Section 3. Promises to yourself. Setting new standards.
Let's move to and see how this builds into real action. Because theory requires action, right? I want you to make a personal commitment today based on 3 core rules. First, never lose your respect chasing someone. If someone wants to walk away, let them. Second, never give someone so much importance that they forget your value. And third, never change yourself just to please others. To borrow a powerful thought from our source material, a lion never tries to be accepted in a pack of dogs. When you truly adopt these rules, an incredible shift happens. The way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you think transforms entirely. You project a quiet strength, and suddenly, people stop ignoring you. They start paying attention.
Section 4. Bitter but true. The reality of relationships. We are inherently social creatures, so naturally, we want to be loved and accepted everywhere we go. It's human nature. But confusing the desire for love with the absolute necessity of respect is a dangerous trap. Always remember this. Finding love everywhere is not necessary, but saving your respect everywhere is. Listen, some people will only stick around for exactly as long as you are useful to them, and the moment you stop providing that utility, they'll leave. That is exactly why building your internal strength is paramount. You really don't need everyone to love you, but you absolutely must demand that everyone respects you.
Section 5. Valuing yourself, the ultimate truth.
So the crucial point is this. This is all about building a fortress around your emotional well-being. It's about protecting yourself from toxic environments and unreciprocated effort. If the world ignores you, turn that energy inward and improve yourself. Work on your goals, your mind, your health. But if the world disrespects you, walk away, period. Your inherent value does not suddenly decrease just because someone else lacks the capacity to see it or chooses to walk away from you. You maintain your value by refusing to stay in rooms where you are the punchline or the afterthought.
Consider the gravity of this realization. Love gained by losing self-respect is just an emotional prison. Think about that for a second. If you have to beg for someone's affection, if you literally have to tear away pieces of your own dignity just to keep a relationship afloat, that is not love. That is captivity. You're locking yourself in a cage where the rent is your own self-worth. Breaking out of that emotional prison is the single most important thing you can do for your future.
And this brings us full circle to our core takeaway today. Value yourself, because the world only values those who do. When you elevate yourself in your own eyes, when you firmly establish your boundaries and truly recognize your own worth, the world completely loses the power to bring you down. You are no longer reliant on external validation because your foundation is built from within. You dictate your worth, not the crowd.
So, are you ready to commit? Type "I respect myself" in the comments right now to solidify your commitment today. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more motivational explainers just like this one. And I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought. Are you going to continue paying the rent in an emotional prison, or are you finally ready to walk free? Keep your standards high. See you next time.